Let me just say to you. People probably don't appreciate you because they don't know where America is. Let me introduce myself as this, and I'll say it twice in case y'all one of these chicken shit churches that can't say nigger. Okay? See, I don't respect that because not one black person was sitting in the room when that decision was made. Did you hear what I just said?
I did.
That was white folks that made that decision. And let me tell you how it won. If I walk out there and a white dude called me a nigger and hit me, that's a hate crime. He called me N-word and hit me, that's not a hate crime. And that's what these black folks let them bullshit us and take us through. Now let me say it over again. The N-word, which I detest. But if I was sitting outside, someone called me the N-word and hit me, that's a hate crime. If they call me the N-word and hit me, what day will the Jews be silly enough to let the Germans say we're no longer going to call it a concentration camp? It's the C word. Okay, we no longer call it what it is. And that's where this is. But it's over now, and let me say this, then we get to your questions. When the universe came down and wiped them all out, okay? All you got to do is feel something. America then dropped 2 nuclear bombs. We build nuclear bombs. Nuclear submarines is built in Groton, Connecticut, all over the world, and we pay for it. So now watch this now. We go to Vietnam, we go to Iraq, they ain't got no Harvards, they ain't got no World Banks, and they kick our ass. And you can't see that's another hand? You hear me?
I do.
Then we come back with all our money and research, and as we sit here today, because NBC and them is lying, 75 veterans have committed suicide today, yesterday, and the day before. Okay? Now, if we committing suicide with all the technology we got, what are they doing in Iraq and Vietnam? Nothing, because if there was, they'd be telling us about it. And so there's another order, and that's where you are, and you got to remember that. That's where you are. I mean, people worry about, especially a lot of black folk, about losing their job. I ain't never cared about that. I spend more money for the movement because this was the movement. Black folks made me. And there's a universal God. And so now, finally, let me say this. I'm going to talk to my grandmother now because she has no education. She has no money. Grandma, you look at NBC and CBS and all that crap where they debating black on black crime. Let me tell you something. Grandma, I'm talking to you now. Put on a pot of water and let the universe tell you, because you don't have the technology or the education to figure it out. Put on a pot of water and put that old tea kettle on and put a top on the pot and just sit back in the rocking chair. And when you hear that tea kettle go, doo, that's the universe telling you I'm fixing to blow. That's what the universe been telling America, but you black folks and you white folks don't hear it. Huh? You gonna sit and debate while that pot is giving you a warning. You gonna debate. You go to the movie, I smell something like smoke. What have you ever smelled like smoke that wasn't smoke? Huh? Okay, see, we as black folks know if them cops had been killing dogs, white folks would burn down the police. Say, we know that, but we don't talk about it. You're not close enough to know how we feel about you and your goddamn dogs. Huh? We look at you. Hire a black nanny to change your baby diaper, but walk your own dog and pick up the dog shit. You think we don't know who you are? I'm not talking about you. Huh? When Nelson Rockefeller, see, we know everything because we was the maids. We can work in houses that white folk can't work in. And finally, when you put that top on and ignore it, when you hear the baby crying, but you so busy trying to get your lottery numbers in, and then you go in and the baby dead, the baby was choking to death. I'm gonna call mom and dad. That's what y'all hear now. So your white folk can play all your games. You can bring all them Negroes in with you to talk that stuff with you. It's over. When a woman's 9 months pregnant is over, the baby going to fall if it means death to the mother and the child. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 holes. 8, 9. 9 holes in my body. The number of God is 9. And there's 9 planets that run the universe. Okay? And you ain't going to trick this one. Only niceness and kindness. But I think we're too late. We're going beyond the point of no return. And so this is where we are, and that's why you're important.
You've transferred money. Is this the tea kettle at a fever pitch right now?
No, it's not there yet. It's on its way there. You're going to suffer on this one. And me too. Huh? Out of all the nasty stuff we've done. But see, let me tell you how it really, the fever pitch hit. A black man become president. Can you white and black folks be so stupid to know the racism in this country? There's no way a black man could have been elected president. Let me tell you how it works. Black folks, I can't speak for white folks because I don't know them that well. Black folks have had a headache for 40 years. And then one day they get an examination and find out it's a brain tumor. That's America. This wench have had a brain tumor for over 100 years. Here's how the God talks to you. When you look at me, you see your filth. I ain't never been a mobster. I ain't never brought drugs in, huh? Black on black crime, that's your excuse, huh? People have always, Romans kill Romans. Y'all didn't put no tune to it. Okay, now watch this now. Watch it. You have the electric chair. Now, I'm talking to all you white folks out there and all you silly Negroes that think you white. I'm going to give you something that ain't too hard for you to figure out, okay? If my trifling cousin, and y'all got some too, don't act like you haven't, came to Columbus today and came out to this beautiful area where we are and walked into the Hilton Hotel, my cousin, and killed 20 white folks, he gonna get the electric chair. If he did it in Washington, D.C., huh? They'd move it because Washington, D.C. don't have electric. They'd move it across the line to Virginia. Now, I want y'all to hear this good, especially you folks that think you white. If Prince Charles's drug addict son came here and killed 1,000 white folks, you know he ain't going to get the electric chair, but you can't deal with that because you want to believe you're free. You want to believe you white. Do I have to say this again? Huh? Do I have to say this again? And when y'all look in that mirror and start seeing a nigger-hating redneck quacker like I do, you might start figuring out stuff. You might start figuring out stuff. But you can't because you're locked up in this bullshit. Oh, we're going to have this for the cops. We're going to have this. See, the great thing about King, you didn't need nothing because King would have been there with that love and that peace and the kindness. Y'all sit around and you pick your stars. Mahatma Gandhi, he was a pedophile, man. And all you got to do is check the records. He wasn't born in India. In 1904, he led an army. Y'all don't even know that, huh? They give you whatever they want to give you, and you buy it. So here's a man came, Obama, me and Kathy Hughes, talked to an FBI agent 15 years before he'd been president. And he says, it's going to be a black man. It's going to be president. He's going to wear white. So people think I'm a problem. So before all this happened, when I said he'll win by a landslide, and he'll win the second one by a landslide. So all my research friends around the world said, you don't never say nothing bad about Obama. Why? You know who he is. I say, well, the first time he run, one rifle crazy. And you heard him saying, You'll be a one-term president. You'll be a one-term president. You'll be a one-term president. They went crazy. Second time he run, they mad now. The only way you deal with a mad dog is kill it. There's no medicine for a mad dog. So y'all sitting out there that think this is just a feeling. You see, 300 years ago, the American government sent the scientists, linguist scientists, to there, to Columbia, to study hieroglyphics. Said that we can't break it down now, but we will break it down. Hieroglyphics. 150 years later, they broke it down. Here's what it said. White man, one day, the white lady going to do the same thing to your children you doing to ours. And 300 years ago, cocaine wasn't called the white lady. See, when you're supreme, you don't have to call yourself supreme. At all. And I looked at the Pope here, had sciatica so bad, he couldn't hardly walk. And I want him to wash my feet. I'm the one that did the research, and all I got to do is check it. Them folks in South America think the Pope was born in a village outside of Italy. Okay? That's how long they planned. They sent him over there. And if you ever get the courage to pump up the dirty Pope, his name comes up. Okay? And if you look back on your computer, especially you thugs out there listening, here's what you'll find. February the 2nd, 2012, the Bank of Italy suspended all Vatican credit cards. Did y'all know that? Because they was laundering drug money. They was laundering little girls and laundering little boys. Shut them down. Okay, now you don't have to take this from nigger Greg. You dealing with something bigger than me. Now watch this now. So, Sweden. Can you white folk be stupid enough to believe that Sweden don't have no army? Huh? No soldiers? But all the dirty people in the world put their money in Swiss banks. They got something over there we don't know about. You don't have to be smart to figure that out. So they went and got the money they needed from Swiss banks at a horrible price. That's what this is about. That's what this is about. And so when you look at, what's going on, and listen to the shows, man. Listen to that bullshit. You hear NBC, CBS, Dan Rather. He's a punk reporter when Kennedy got shot. Worked at a radio newspaper 30 miles outside of Dallas. So when they come up with the Zapruder film, which showed some stuff they didn't mean for it to show. Well, they said, this will just really devastating for the Kennedy family, so we'll get a pool reporter to review it. And he'll tell the world if he saw anything. Otherwise, so he lied, and they moved him all the way up to the anchor. He's part of the filth, okay? One of my good personal friends, man. One of my good personal friends. And we talked every day, man. And he went in and did 5 interviews. What you put out there, I'm sure you don't do it every day. And I'm sure you got to worry about your rent, got to worry about this and that. You don't have to worry about no rent, man. Huh? The universe will take care of you. Huh? You don't have to worry about nothing at all. Huh? Let me show you something. What's your name, brother?
Terry.
What day are you born? Just the day, not
Tuesday.
I don't mean just the date, not the day.
Oh, I'm sorry. September 28th.
28. 28. So y'all know him, right? You're a good writer. You were that. 28, that's a 1. That's the sun. So you've been going through changes in the last 6 months because the sun is number 1, and it's been exploding. Okay? And that's what you feel, and that's fixing to move out now. Now, y'all know him. I ain't just met you today. take you a long time to get mad, but when you get mad, everybody got to get out your way, including your children. It's about the numbers. And the white folks that run this planet don't do it with Harvard or Yale. They do it with the numbers, okay? September 28, what year?
1971.
71. Wow, Jesus, huh? Who here in this room know you the best? You know how brilliant he is.
Yes.
And it didn't come from Harvard. It came from the universe. That's how brilliant you are. You do that with numbers, man. The people that run the world ain't never been to school. Huh? Queen Elizabeth make $360 million every 24 hours just interest on her money. You hear me? Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth can't go into London because London's not part of Britain. Here's an old nigger born. The only reason I wasn't on welfare, it wasn't invented when I know more about it than you white folk, because y'all don't know nothing but what they feed y'all. Now all you got to do is go punch it up. All you got to do is go punch it up. In order for Queen Elizabeth to go into London today, she got to get permission from the Lord Mayor. And if they give it to her, she got to come in the back gate, the temple gate, where they do the devil ritual, dressed as a servant. So whose queen is this? Huh? And now the punishments come out. You, rich, you know your children's going to Harvard, Yale, MIT. You didn't know they ended up now in community colleges. See how it works? Community college. 3 PhDs and your daughter living in the basement of your house. That's what Trump is tuning into. Trump ain't got no money. This his money comes from his daddy. How come you ain't seen no stories about his daddy? This is a game. This is a game. And the ones of you all white folks and black folks that break out of it, you the next controllers.